Good day. I don't know what time of the day it is for you, but it's evening for me. I want to talk about hot glue guns. You got to have them, absolutely. I have a cordless Ryobi one, and I also have an Arrow TR550. And I've had this one for probably 7 or 8 years, maybe more. And you can see it's had some better days. And I use these for all kinds of things. My primarily thing that I used to use them for when I did fiberglass work was I would build panels, and I would need a way to hold the rings in place. And screws and brad nails from a nail gun or a stapler are nice. However, they are a little forgiving or not forgiving. Whereas a hot glue gun, you can get the little form pieces in place, and once it's in place, you can apply a little bit of hot glue, hold it there, let it set up, and then it locks. And then if it turns out to be wrong, you can just undo the glue real easy and try it again and get the right spot. So initially I thought that when I was going to buy one of these, that was a cordless, I actually thought about having one of them as black and then the other one is the clear. And I ended up just going back and forth on this one. This one has seen some better days. It's a little bent. Yeah, so yeah, hashtag never forget Viagra. Anyway, I'm sure I could probably replace this, but this is the Ryobi one, and it's cordless, and so I can just simply grab a battery, throw it on there, and flick the switch, and you can see the red light is on, and that means it's heating up. And I can take this wherever I need to go. I don't have to deal with a cord or anything like that. I've got a ceiling extension cable and stuff like that for this guy, but I really like having a cordless one. Honestly, I don't even know the model number of this thing. I'm such a terrible Ryobi person. Hell, it doesn't even say. That says in here, but it's covered in spray paint and stuff because I use all my tools. Yeah, I don't build mantles to my tools. But yeah, this thing works really well. I really like the feature, turning it on and off. So, if I'm going to set this down, I'm not going to be using it for a while, I can just turn it off, which, to the life of me, I still haven't seen a corded one you can turn on and off. They probably make them, but I've never seen one. Kind of like a unicorn. But yeah, I can set this thing down, forget about it. Also, if you leave it on, I think it's up to like 10 minutes, it'll automatically shut itself off. It has an automatic shut off, even though the switch is set. So you got to turn it off again and turn it back on again, and it'll come back on. It's actually pretty good on the battery. This one's got 2 bars, and I don't think I replaced the battery. I know I didn't replace it all day. I didn't use it a lot today, but I did use it some. And maybe 4 or 5 days ago, I don't know. It's pretty good on the batteries. And of course, I name all my tools, and I named this one Marriage. It's kind of self-explanatory with the glue part. It's kind of a joke. But marriage is good. But yeah, this thing works really well, and I've been very pleased with it. It's got a really good feed. What I really like is, the fat trigger. Some of the cheaper ones, they have a really small trigger, and that are the corded ones. If you're going to get a corded or a cordless one, spend the extra money and get one that's got a nice trigger on it, so it's easy to operate. You're not doing lots and lots of trigger work, but with a bigger trigger and a better finger placement, you can really fine tune, get the right amount of glue in the right spot. Some of them you push the trigger just a tiny amount and it's spewing it everywhere, and that's just really not necessary. You don't need that going on. But with a nice big trigger, you have good control. This kind of almost looks like a like a 22 Ruger Marksman. But yeah, whatever, whichever one you decide to go with. And I went with Ryobi, obviously, because the Ryobi battery platform going all the way back to 2004. Hope this was helpful.